Before we officially go into this video, I want to ask for your opinion whether I should record some of these things in person, like me literally record it with a camera, like instead of, me talking and gameplay overlaid on top of it, whether it should be me being filmed and then gameplay overlaid on top of that, if you know what I'm saying. If you don't, it's fine. But would you prefer to be seeing me more in person when I talk, or, more of the game, like I was doing for the last times? You can choose. Anyway, let's get on into it. Among Us is an online multiplayer party game published by Innersloth in June of 2018 about crewmates just trying to do their jobs, except for the ones, mercilessly trying to massacre the others on one of the 3 different maps that they have available. Yes, you heard that right, this game was made 2 years before it was heavily popularized and became the #1 game on Twitch. Ha! Take that! Never mind, I guess. Still better than Fortnite, though. It involves 2 teams, the crew and the imposters. In order for the crew to win the game, they have to boot off all the imposters or complete all their tasks, which rarely happens, honestly, if ever. The imposters try to kill the crewmates and also attempt to not get found out that they are the imposters. It is a social deduction game, where you socially deduce who is who. And, it's just kind of a fun little time. It's got a little bit more sugar, spice, and everything nice than your average social deduction game, and it's really just pretty fun all around. It resembles a lot of games like Mafia, Town of Salem, or Werewolf, to name a few, but with a lot more actual game to add into the social deduction part. Which is why I said it was a little bit more of sugar, spice, and everything nice. It's not funny when I explain it, but there you go. This will be somewhat in-depth review on the game that everyone seems to love so much nowadays, and, why is it so fun, and what's so great about it. Now let's start with the graphics. The graphics for Among Us are... I mean, these are the same people who worked on the Henry Stickmin collection, which is also a game that has been repopularized recently, but oh my god, not again! So the graphics are not anything special, but they have a nice feel to it and are almost kind of special in their own little way. It still looks like they were made in MS Paint though. Honestly, the graphics are fine. I'm not really one to critique graphics, as 90% of the games I play are pixelated except for Hollow Knight. Give me more things like Hollow Knight, please. I need more. When is Silksong coming out? Team Cherry, you can't do this to me. Anyway, that stuff really doesn't matter much to me in the end, as I don't really like to critique things like that in general. Art is just kind of something that is subjective. Well, I don't really want to go here, but technically so is all forms of art, including video games and TV shows, and therefore this review is a moot point. But skipping that, it doesn't really matter what your art style is to me. And whatever you choose, that's cool. If you want to use MS Paint, that's fine with me. If you want to use something that's actually not MS Paint, that's fine with me. Let's just move on to the next thing. Now let's move on to these effects and the music. The effects are all pretty good, and I'm not just talking about the audio ones. All the video or visual effects look pretty sweet too. Whether it's the numerous cool kill animations, the smooth emergency meeting, or dead body reported flashes, which remind me of Joker getting arson just because of my deep-rooted trauma, a little bit too much. And even the sweet, sweet graphic of you getting voted off and ejected into space just because the right person called you kinda sus at the right time. And then there's the music. Wait, hold up. The music? Huh. Oh yeah, I guess there is music to this game. Well, moving on. Then there's the plot, or the story. Yeah, that's about what I thought. Then there's our wonderful cast of characters consisting of red, blue, green, pink, orange, yellow, black, white, purple, brown, cyan, lime, tan, and 4 degree. Wait, what? What's 4 degree? Oh, okay then. As you can see, quite the diverse cast of characters and quite the creative names. At least now you can't say that Among Us isn't a racially inclusive game. Take that, you damn protesters! As you can see, also they have tackled gender in Among Us quite well. When you can't think of a male to female gender ratio, why not just make it so that all your characters' genders cannot be confirmed? Or just maybe not there at all. Now, no one can complain because each character could be any gender, and we just wouldn't know. Wow, Innersloth, that is just so progressive of you. You're really, making leaps and bounds in the gaming industry. No wonder it rose to the top game on Twitch for a short period of time, it's just so inclusive. So far, the game hasn't been stacking up too great to the hype. I mean, I'm not really one to judge, but it's not been measuring up to the top 5 spot on Twitch level of godliness. I mean, it has to compete with this, and also this. Or on the social deduction game side, it has to compete with this, and this. What really makes Among Us shine is the amount of content in the game. It doesn't just rely on it being a social deduction game for its entertainment value like Mafia does. There's a whole world out there other than just trying to find out who done it. I mean, although unlikely, there's a chance that nobody could get killed unless you're playing with people with terrible internet, and then there's a very high probability that that will happen. I mean, you're the imposter, you can kill, but you can also do things like vent or sabotage. Or if you're a crewmate, there's an abundance of things you can do to reach the alternate win condition of filling up your taskbar. You don't just have to sit around waiting to be killed, you can go call an emergency meeting or do something else, I don't know. You got stuff to do. Swipe your credit card. Even death won't stop these dedicated crewmates, as the imposters can still sabotage, but not kill. Could you imagine? Oh my gosh. And the crewmates can still do tasks. This brings up the philosophical question that if a ghost can still do things and therefore still maintain a job and a steady flow of income, do they still have to pay taxes? Do they still have to give their stuff to the people in their will? Because both of those things would suck. I mean, imagine being able to see other people living in your house that you would still very much like to live in yourself while trying not to get the homeowners to call a paranormal investigator on you.
Who you gonna call?
Difficulty can change based on your perspective, some say, but in Among Us, the host can actually make it harder for some people rather than others, like lowering the kill cooldown or upping the kill distance, changing the vision or the speed or the amount of emergency meetings to 9 while turning the cooldown to no cooldown. Yes, you can do that, and it is amazing, and also very, very not fun when you're playing with certain people. Most importantly, you can change the map and the amount of imposters. This makes for some fun, wacky interactions and shenanigans all of the time. Therefore, I can't really talk about it on a difficulty level, as you can really change that to being whatever you want it to be. But who the hell plays with 3 imposters? Like all party games, Among Us really has its brilliance hidden in its replay value. There is seemingly an endless amount of people playing this game, considering all the error messages I get, and so if you don't have a group of 9 dedicated friends, you're going to be playing with at least some other people a lot. That's just the brilliance of online multiplayer, so I could leave it at that and say it's done, but there's more. Like I mentioned before, there's multiple maps, and like I also mentioned before, there's multiple characters. Whether you change up the amount of imposters, the map, your outfit, or maybe just the speed, there are a lot of ways you can play and customize this game for some pretty unique combinations and experiences. Like having 3 imposters on 3 times speed and giving them 5 times vision, but the crewmates only get 1 time speed. Why would you do this? I have no idea, but the point is you can. It's a game where every match is unique in its own way, making it a special experience every time and for every person playing it. Except for the times you want to get imposter because you can crewmate 14 times in a row, but then you don't. That's no fun. Speaking from experience. Sadly, this here marks the end of this video. Well, except for I have a little bit more to say about it. Overall, Among Us isn't that exceptional of a game when you really get down to it. A lot of it is very average and it doesn't have too much going for it in a lot of categories. But throughout this review, I've taken the stance that I like it. I guess that it really just goes to show that a game doesn't need a magnificent, heart-wrenching story or stellar graphics for some people to get together and have fun all around the world. There's a lesson to be made here, but I'm just not going to make it. Overall, it's more unique than it is a quality game, though even it's not unique really. It just has some expansion on some concepts that have been produced in the past. It's kind of more an expansion pack to the social deduction games genre. But it's not a bad game at any means. In fact, I've had a lot of fun playing it with my friends. And if we can say nothing else, at least it's a more fair party game than Mario Party.
You guys get one more bonus star than me, you win.
Hey, give me this. Give me this right here. Give me shopping, even though I didn't buy anything. Oh!
How did I lose? I had the greatest start ever!